boys. Just calm down. We don't need to throw punches just yet.
I just watched 3 premierships in 4 years just to watch this shit again.
The big angry men who run around in fashion bodies.
If I see anyone complain or say they can swap Martinelli for Matt and Mbappe, that's their truth.
I'm just dreaming of beers.
Hello and welcome back to another week at Uneducated Nuffies, and my god, that does not make any sense. I am slightly hungover from last night.
Oh, big boy, we're back. The original duo's back. We're fucked up, Jimmy. He's done.
No,
We've ended his career.
He's actually just gone walkabouts.
Yeah, he's gone on a little hiatus.
Yeah, he's definitely not sick in bed right now.
He's not dying and has other reasons to why he shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
But he's alive.
He is alive. He's not dead.
Unfortunately. No. Joking.
Wow.
We miss you, Jimmy. We miss you. It's a bit more cozy.
He's done more episodes this year than you.
Has he? Oh, he has.
Yeah, he has.
I'm just slowly edging back. No, I missed the duo. It's nice because I don't have two people barking at me. It's only the one person today.
I'm pretty good at it though, so I'll make it feel like
you'll
two.
make up for it. You'll make up for it. Why are you hungover, Jonty?
Oh well, I had a bit of a team bonding session last night.
On Sunday night.
Yeah, because
it's a real Pebs area here.
It's only the reason why it's easier is because you only have to cover like one shift for each store we have. So I only have to cover 2 shifts. Where if I did it on a Saturday or something.
Did they meet you about it afterwards?
No. So they were just people from other stores.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Not in my team.
No,
anyway,
gotcha.
Didn't think it would end up being there till 3 a.m.
3 a.m. on a Monday morning at said pub.
Yeah.
Did you buy your team members any drinks?
I bought them food.
Okay.
And I bought a few drinks
on the company card.
Doesn't work like that. I have to go through a different system. Yeah,
reimbursements.
But yeah, now Friday night went to the game. We'll come back to talk about the game later. I noticed something that happened.
Noticed.
And I want to ask you. I want to pose you the question: Is it acceptable to bring your baby, who needs to be in a pram, to the footy?
So was the pram brought into the premises of the MCG?
Yes.
How old was this baby? Can we have a
I would
age
say
bracket?
4 months.
Let me have a guess which fan she was.
Well, you can take a pretty easy guess.
A pretty easy guess. Did she have teeth?
Well, it's a baby, so probably not.
No, the mother.
Oh, no, she did, but not
But
all
she
of them.
supports Collingwood, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. Yeah, it's quite
now,
questionable.
The second question I pose: Can you bring them on the train when it's packed out?
With a tram?
And on the train, the pram was on the train, blocking up half the aisle because they brought their baby in the pram.
I have also an issue with trains. People need to learn not to just stick in where the doors are. Because half the time the aisles are empty.
Yeah, and you go, can you move down? They go,
no.
What?
I don't get this.
What?
I'm confused.
Anyway, so is it play on or is it?
There's a bit of like, just you can stay at home for a couple of months, or just don't bring the baby.
Yeah.
You can get a babysitter.
They did mention multiple times that they could have left it with the grandparents.
Did that? No. Surely they went level 4 though.
I don't know where they were sitting. I don't know. I saw them on the train.
Okay.
That's as far as I saw them. I ducked off straight away as soon as I got to the MCG.
Though level 4, that's questionable. Pushing the pram up the stairs.
You have to get the elevator, which is the worst experience at the MCG.
The MCG elevator, I've done it on game days when I'm working, and it's just
It's generally the worst experience you can ever have. Anyway, I would say no. Go stay at home.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think you can leave the baby, or just you can watch the game from home.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's not like you're missing an important game. It's round 2.
It was probably the best game of the round though.
It's round 2.
Anyway, what happened? What's up with you, man?
What do I do? I had a pretty, I said quiet week. It was an interesting week. I had a bit of work for obviously my industry. Got to go to the cricket actually. What was really good. Got to watch our 3s lost the grand final, but our 4s won. So we got something. Best day ever. The president comes in saying, it's the last day we're going to open the bar, really, because we're not going to have any other function at the club. We're going to hand over. So we're going to do $2 beers all night, $4 hard solos all night, and $2 shots all night. I'm like, I wasn't going to drink tonight. That changed pretty quickly.
How do you even afford to do that?
I spent $30.
How do you even afford to do that?
It's break-even quality. It was awesome.
That's less than break even. You're losing money.
No.
Yes.
Well, no, because so say a slab $60 beer.
Yeah.
$2 $24. It's
yeah.
fine. We enjoyed it, but I've learned something here. I went to the footy on Thursday night, and my God, Carlton suck, by the way. We're gonna get to that later, but I've just found one of the greatest things to ever happen in the MCG. There's 3 things that have ever happened in the greatest MC. Scott Boland taking 6 for the MCG, iconic. Dom Sheed in the 2018 grand final.
I would highly disagree.
I think it's one of the greatest moments.
I would highly disagree.
Number 3, they brought hard rated to the MCG. I'm so for this.
They have Brookvale Union. They have hard rated. They're picking up game now.
They've gotten rid of this mid-strength stuff. They're bringing in the full sugars and the full strength. I'm all for this. I can't wait to see people get pissed at halftime again.
I already see them get pissed at halftime.
I wasn't a fan of the 2-drink limit of the hard size. I thought that was a bit of a joke, but
any stadium has that though.
No, because normally it's 4, is it not?
No, beer's 4.
Well, we can sneak around this. We can have little variations.
Just do the chicken one.
Just little loops. Just keep looping around.
Yeah.
Skull 2 back.
Well, no, it's a per transaction though. So you do the transaction and you go, all right, now another 2.
Woo.
Because they can't go, oh, but you just got another. Yeah, that's a different transaction.
That's a great idea. But yeah, it was a good week. Didn't drink as much as I'd end up.
You'd like? Is that what you got to say?
I almost went to the Dorset and I held off. I took a step back, and I controlled myself. I went home at a reasonable hour.
What, like 10? 12?
1:30.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Reasonable.
That's reasonable for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the Crows were right. Right in front of me.
We're going to engage with our mind.
Well, do you think they didn't come to play? Do you think they sat in their cars waiting for the game to start and go out there?
Don't you just love being disappointed by your football club each week?
Well, I don't get that.
I do. It feels like it's every week now. I'm getting disappointed and disappointed. We've won 3 out of the last 14, Carlton, by the way. 3 out of our last 14 games. One of them is West Coast,
Yep.
North Melbourne, and I can't remember. I think it was Port Adelaide was the 3rd.
That's bad.
3 in 14 games. That's not sack Fossey yet. No, we're gonna break. What is? I don't know what Carlton are doing. I know what Carlton are doing.
Well, I'm watching it. Carlton aren't doing much after half time.
Yes, there's a big contributing factor. The second half, we decided to turn off.
Yeah, we'll come back to this in hot takes because there's a big hot take over the weekend from someone in particular.
But look, watching the game, I was there live again. Watched with a couple of. Well, Jimmy was there actually, and 3 other people actually.
That's the last time I've seen Jimmy alive.
Yes, correct. But one thing I noticed the most between the game is that Hawthorn, when they get a chance to break out, they're more willing to take risks.
Yep.
They take risky kicks, and when it pays off, they're out.
Yep.
Carlton don't do that. I didn't see us take one risky opportunity that wasn't either straight up in the air into our forward line, or we try and arc it into the midfield. We didn't take any risky shots along the wing or anything to try and find some space.
I don't think I've seen you do it since 2023.
No, we don't.
No.
And you can see how much it hurt having no Harry, because Charlie was unfit as hell.
He also was playing Rock Rover.
Yeah, I don't get it. We had 3 good players, I reckon, for the whole game. DeConan, again, is in all-Australian form. Hewitt was good. Jack Silvani was our only good forward option we had all game.
But he wasn't kicking very well.
Yeah. Our kicking as well cost us. We had 2 blokes kick 1 goal, 3 who were forwards.
That's good.
Jesse Motlop, you need to figure out what the fuck is going wrong, because you're supposed to be our best forward.
Do you know the 1 goal he did kick was the hardest one for him to do?
Well, he was unlucky because 1 got overturned.
Yeah, but
Because
still.
it just hit the post. But I don't get it. And if we didn't have Weeder in the back line, boy oh boy, we'd be losing by 100 each week.
Honestly, I think it'd be better for you guys to lose by 100 each week. Because then you'll sack Vossi and then you'll restart.
Hey, our back line was a little bit better this week. Nick Haynes wasn't as fumbly.
He actually learned how to mark this
He
week.
learned how to hold on to the ball.
McGovern also learned how to mark this week.
But besides that, Hawthorn, can we put this as in that English? Wow, are they the new flag favourites?
Yeah, they have to be right now.
They still get Mitch Lewis to come back at some point this season.
Yeah,
that is crazy to think that they don't have their best forward playing.
That's the thing, though. Will he be the best forward in this team?
It's not going to be Chol.
It won't be Chol. But
Chol had his
did
one
kick-
good game for the year, and now he's done.
No. He's now. This is Stonehands becoming the next big.
No, Chol is not doing that again.
Stonehands is becoming the next big player, man.
No, he's not. But
Feeling Stonehands, Headless Chook. You know, Hawthorn's got a great team.
there's too much there. But hey, moving on to the next night, and
Boys kick the goal. Boys
It was
kick
go
the goal.
though.
From inside the
The centenary. I didn't get there in time, but I was watching on the TV, and having Bob Murphy read a book to me.
he put me to sleep.
Why? You're the fucking western suburbs. Do something more cooler.
Hey, it was a good way to at least honour what they've done there.
Yeah,
100 years. I think the way they sort of broke it up into decades and sort of eras was, I liked the idea behind it. Seeing Tom Boyd back was good. But where was Jamara?
Jamara's had a lot of rumours. I'm not going to say what they are because we don't want to get sued. But the fact that he went to
NRL game
NRL,
and the NBL game.
and then he still didn't go to the bloody Doggies game, I think he's gone, guys. I think he's going to get traded off this off-season. There's no way he's not.
Got to get off these walkabouts. It's getting dangerous territories here. He just doesn't like to show up. I know we're all about mental health here, but we want to support mental health. But
Just show up to the game.
But there's mental health issues, but you can at least sort of support the club that's paying your wages.
You're getting paid $1 million a year to walk around.
Support the wages.
Go to everyone else's games except your own club.
But that wasn't even the worst thing that happened on Friday night. What was this umpiring decision?
Okay.
Jesus
Okay.
bloody
All right.
Christ.
I'll admit, we got about 8 free kicks that were very soft. But we also had about 8 holding the balls that did not get called for us.
Cornsey is right. There is a superstar tax going on here. What is with Dacos getting spun around 3 times, running into bounds? That's not deliberate.
That was bad.
But Bailey Dale slightly bounces wrong, hits his knee, goes out of bounds. Insufficient intent.
Yeah, no. It's because the reason why that one happened is because I think like literally 10 minutes beforehand, it was a Rory Lobb one where he literally just punched it straight out. And it was like, Rory, were you even going to try? There's one where Darcy Moore spoils it. 2 hands, he's flying on the ground, spoils it. I'm like, this is insufficient every day of the week. Nothing. I'm like, how? What the fuck's going on?
I think for the umpires to go back-to-back nights with the AFL had to come out and say, yeah, they made some mistakes here, is worrying.
The whole weekend. What was the game? Was it the it was one of the last games of the week where everyone had completely stopped because they thought the game was blown dead because there was a holding the ball. Nothing. The umps just go, oh, play on. I can't remember exactly what point it is. It was just shocking all around.
It's quite questionable.
The Doggies also give fair run. I reckon what happened was Doggies had in the first quarter had so many free kicks for the littlest things, and then they probably went, oh guys, we probably went a little bit too hard on the free kicks there. Let's turn it back around.
So let's just not give them a single
Yeah,
free kick
so
for the rest of the game.
They're now not allowed to have a single free kick. It was terrible.
Where's the consistency, umps? Come on.
But whoever's saying that the game was cost by free kicks, no, the game should have been blown out by 30, 40 points.
Yeah.
We were awful at kicking in the final quarter. If McStay didn't have his worst game in Collingwood,
Lickers.
after getting two votes last week for us,
Oh.
did you see the open goal one?
I didn't get to watch any of the game. I was listening to it on Triple M radio.
Tim Membry is sitting in the goal square. McStay can take a shot, he's by himself, or he can hit Tim Membry. He gets caught in 2 minds and he hits from behind.
Yes, McStay. Yes, Lickers.
It was so bad. I miss Checkers so much when he doesn't play.
Oh, it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you got rumours coming out of you guys now.
Not good ones.
$1 million play this guy's getting. Boy, oh boy.
North, what are you doing offering Braden Maynard $1 million a year for 6 years?
Money bags.
Oh.
They don't need him. They got Chom.
No, they need more defenders. Aiden Core's still playing.
And of course, yeah, it's true. Oh, but they still got, they had no Jacko first off.
Aiden Cole was still in there when Jacko Archer was in there.
Yeah, that's true.
$6 million though. Maynard's the club, Collingwood. He doesn't want to go to
He
North.
literally is Collingwood.
Yeah, he's our next captain. And I don't care what people say about Nick Dacos. No, Maynard's our next captain.
No, because I think Maynard might retire by the time Moore retires.
No, Darcy Moore's have to step down because he's president of the AFLPA now.
Does he have to step down?
No, but I want him to. I want Maynard giving speeches instead.
Oh. But hey, North Melbourne, what a performance that North had. This was out of the blue.
North
they kicked
Ball-
8 goals to 1 in the
North
final
Ball is
quarter.
here. North Ball is here.
They're on the rise.
They-
You watch them lose by 80 points now next week too.
They Melbourne looked shit.
Oh boy.
They went from looking so good last week to just stiffed and lose in the last
You can
second.
see why they're playing the young kids now. They're trying to do a rebuild without saying it's a rebuild.
They could have had 6 first-round picks if they did it properly last year. They traded away their picks this year to Essendon. They could have traded away Petrarca. They could have traded Oliver. And they could have fully committed to this rebuild.
No, I don't mind the way they're going about it because they're playing the young kids while also having experienced people. It does help at least the way they're developing.
Yeah, but at the same time, you still would have had at that point Viney, who would have stayed no matter what.
Yeah.
You had Max Gawn still there to lead the team, even with how Goodwin treated him after the game.
Real Dylan Friends areas here is really no one brought it up, and then Goodwin just drops this bombshell about how
Gawney's having a tough time.
he's having a tough time. Literally, the whole AFL was like, "Where's this come from?"
Sorry, what? Hey, Goodwin, can you please go on Tom Barrass's podcast?
Mate, we need Tom Barrass, Goodwin, and Dylan Friends all together.
That would be a room I don't want to be in.
Imagine the minds.
So I went to Melbourne to pursue opportunity, and it seems like Melbourne has some
we're not,
issues.
we're not Tom Mitchell.
No opportunity shops. I'm talking about Tom Barrass. Now, Tom Powell
Oh yes, I'm a big fan of this.
had his breakout game.
Had a very good game.
Very good game. What's your thoughts on his goal song?
I love it. I think this is the best goal song in the league.
Think of it by KSI.
I love it. I hope he kicks 100 goals this season now, just so I can hear that song every goal.
So bad.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's-
All the 10-year-old kids are absolutely googling at the mouth listening to Think of It by KSI.
Well, no, they're still listening to the Hawthorn opening with Fiend
What
when they
Fiend?
walk out. But, there's a culture now in North.
There is a massive culture.
And Clarko's adding to it with his new celebration for winning.
There you go, Jacko.
Now, the video is actually the hilarious, the most funny thing. Because he goes and talks to Robert Hansen, gets Sheezel with a little ass tap, and then he goes, "Or George." Jacko.
It just came out of nowhere. I'm waiting to see, so what's Clarko actually done here? And then we go, Clarko? Cesty. Is this his new way, what he used to do at Hawthorn, and that's why...
No, it's not.
It may be some else.
There's no... He was being nice.
Been cleared of all wrongdoings.
He didn't do anything wrong, guys.
No, nothing wrong.
He didn't at all. Now, getting to the final game round, Sydney versus Fremantle, over in Perth. Can you both actually play like you actually are premiership contenders?
No, because
Then
call on the dead sheet. They're done.
Fremantle's fraud. Sydney are going to finish 11th. I'm right.
That was a boring game. They kicked 3 goals in the final quarter when the game was in the line. 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney decided to almost screwed up by deciding to use their substitute and bring off Brodie Grundy.
Yep, that's good. Peter Laddam's getting game
Peter Laddam's getting
2025.
ruck minutes. Oh, it's painful to watch. Especially for a team where the Dockers have all their star players all over the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And just...
Caleb Strong was doing the Bevo tactic of putting him full forward. If anyone's worried about Vossi getting sacked, Longmuir's going to get sacked really soon.
Considering he's on the month-to-month contract as well.
But the only issue is there's 4 weeks notice, so he has to he has to go through the 4 games afterwards. So imagine he wins 4 games in a row.
Imagine if Freo sack him and then decide to bring in Adam Simpson. West Coast would lose their shit. Oh,
I don't think that would happen.
The derby would be phenomenal.
I don't think that would happen though.
Oh, imagine the Saints.
I don't even know who would go to Freo this year. It's so...
There's no real coaches out in the market.
No. Go Gian Syracusa. Let's go. Get Gian Syracusa a job, guys.
Bring back what's his name? East Coast goal coach.
Oh, Stewie Doo.
Yeah, Dewey. Or bring back Rodney Eag.
Oh, not Rocket.
Get him back.
Not Rocket.
Get Rocket back. Minton, get him off.
Fuck Will.
We're going to move on to our favourite segment.
It's just so
It's a
long.
bit hot in here. Hot.
It's just awkward. It's not awkward silence. It's like a little bit of fucking fire sound. Anyway, hot takes is back, guys. And we had a few. We have a couple of our own. But number one, Kane Corns blessed us with this absolute heater. The Doggies should feel hard done by.
Thanks, Kane.
Really, the rep.
We're going to hear that all week. He's on every night this week. He's on TV because his one night he's not on TV. He's on the front bar on Wednesday night.
Yeah. Also, by that, he also is on AFL Plus. So AFL, sorry, online. He's also on 7 Plus, and he uses the exact same set. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's rinse and repeat.
Yeah, it's so bad.
That's enough. My hot take. Carlton are still flying, guys. There's no reason to stress yet. Fossey's not getting sacked by round 5.
Not at all.
No. He's not in the hot seat.
He's not going to go 0-4 and then...
Patrick Cripps is not winning the Brownlow this year.
Well, he can't now.
Who knows? He's good.
Nah.
You watch, you'll get 3 votes somehow for this game against Hawthorn.
You'll lose by 100 points, you'll still get 3 votes.
But Vossi coming out with this awesome take. We can run out games perfectly fine.
No.
Vossi, our second half has been woeful 2 weeks in a row.
You let youngsters who should be tired outrun you in the final quarter.
We had a lot of questions to be asked on the selection table this week. A lot of questions.
You got anyone back to speaker?
Harry, obviously. Luke's brother Ben's available.
He won't go later.
I believe that we also have. I've gone blank on his name. He's the tagger, and I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Starts with C. I had a feeling. I can't remember.
Chincotta.
Yeah, Chincotta. That's it.
What about Elijah Hollands?
He's on personal leave after about 12 weeks. I got a feeling of.
The last big one from the weekend. Now Harley Reid was a bit of a topic of Kane Corn's admiration, obviously. But the big one for everyone is Harley Reid is leaving the Eagles. What?
Thanks, Dwayne.
Really?
Who would have thought? Who would have thunked it?
Who would have funk it?
Can't wait to see him be linked to Carlton. We won't get him. Just like with Houston.
It just won't happen for you guys.
He will. Look, there's 2 clubs I can see him going to. Essendon's one of them.
Yeah. So waste his career there.
And Hawthorn's the other.
Win a flag.
Yeah. They're the 2. St Kilda will bring out a $40 million offer and he'll decline it.
Oh yeah. No, it'd be it'd be $10 million a year, for 25 years. He'll be literally paraplegic by the time he finishes that.
We'll move on finally to the favourite segment of AFL.
All rise for the Cripps Dacos medal.
It's so long. It's so long, these things. Anyway. No, no one heard that. Anyway. Big games this round. I guess we can start with your boys.
We'll start with my boys. Hawthorn versus Carlton. 1 vote to Josh Ward. Josh Ward? Yeah. Josh Ward. Yeah. 2 votes to the All-Australian ruckman at the moment, Tom DeConey. And 3 votes to the guy who absolutely tore us apart, John Newcomb.
Now, over to my boys versus Footscray. Yep, Footscray. Remember that?
Footscray.
1 vote. Surprisingly enough, Lockie Schultz, shooter, played well. Surprisingly.
I wonder who put that in the list.
Not me. 2, Sam Darcy, tore us an absolute new one. And then 3 votes, surprise, Nick Dacos.
Glazing. He's glazed again. We're moving on to the bloodbath at the MCG, where Adelaide won their first game of the MCG in 11 games being there. 1 vote to Jordan Dawson, 2 votes to the guy who owns Essendon, Ben Keys, and 3 votes to, somehow they would have lost by 140 if he didn't play, Zach Merritt.
4 goals from midfield is insane. It's ridiculous.
Supercoach Merchant.
Now, Port versus Richmond, an absolute demolition in Adelaide too. Good response from Port. 1 vote, Mitch Georgiades, making up for his absolutely useless effort the week before. 2 votes, Jace Burgoyne, played 100% of minutes. Played the whole game. And then 3 votes to Connor Rosé, once again, another merchant of Supercoach. Just
He was worried. I had him captain and he was doing terrible the 3/4 time, then dominating the last quarter. Next game, the Saturday night blockbuster, where St Kilda proved everyone wrong and beat Geelong, surprisingly. One vote to Mitch Winghanger.
Marcus
Winghanger.
Hager.
Winghanger. Close enough.
Windhager.
Windhager. Yes, there we go. Well done, mate. 2 votes to Jack McRae. He has no clue who I am, and I'm glad about it. 3 votes to Rowan Marshall himself.
Oh, God. Now, up to the Gabba. West Coast nearly squeaked one out. That's the surprise part of this. But doesn't mean any votes. 1 vote to Harris Andrews, 2 votes to Dane Zorko, and 3 votes to Chalky Nuts, Lockie Neal.
Zorko and Andrews are loving themselves at quarter time too.
Oh, of course.
Big love. We're going to North Melbourne's demolition of Melbourne. 1 vote to Clayton Oliver. He's back on the white powder and we love it. 2 votes to Tom Power and Thick of It by KSI. And 3 votes to Chalky Nuts himself, Paul Curtis.
And then the hardest game to discern anyone from being good or bad. Fremantle versus Sydney. 1 vote, Luke Jackson, because he played a right and ruck.
He ran. 2 votes to Josh Tracy. Kicked 4. Nothing else happened. So, and 3 votes to Chad Warner. He's just getting used to playing Optus Oval.
Yeah, he needs to. Because when he moves to the West Coast next year, because he's not going to Fremantle now. While we're having a relaxing nap from international football right now, we do have to talk about Australia did win 5-1. It is against Indonesia, so take it with a grain of salt.
You should be winning that game.
Should be, but it's still good to win.
It's getting us close to that World Cup.
We're still only 1 point ahead of Saudi Arabia, so
take what you can get.
Yeah, Japan.
That's for automatic qualification, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Japan are 9 points in front of us still.
They're the first team to qualify for the World Cup. They can't miss out now.
Yep. So that's good. That at least we are making it a little bit easier for ourselves. I can't wait to lose the next game, to have that be completely taken away from us. But we missed some news last week because we're kind of just trying to brush through it. So Victory have recently got some investment by the owner of Brighton and Hove Albion, Tony Bloom. This now becomes, so we have City, Auckland, we have Victory now.
Yep.
And then there's supposed to be rumours of Perth, Brisbane, and Newcastle.
Who wants to buy Perth and Brisbane?
Well, someone has to. The league owns them right now. Of just having international investment. Are we starting to come to the point where the only way A-League clubs are going to start being alive, stay alive, is to have investment firms to keep them?
Yes. It's how most sports, in my opinion, should be run. Because as soon as you have it owned by the league or whoever the governing organisation is, it can become very stale.
No,
very quickly.
I'm not saying that. I mean the group structure. So like the City group. Brighton Hove Albion are making a group.
Auckland, you're not just talking about that.
Yeah, I'm saying every single team that is currently owned by different people, or invested by different people, are part of different, are making an overarching group of teams.
Well, I think it's the way to maximise profits with all the leagues. The problem is then you look in Europe, if you have 2 teams who are going really well and they play Champions League, one has to miss out because of the group stature, whatever the ruling behind that is. But if they've got the money to do it, I have no issue with it. If you're willing to spend that sort of money, I know A-League has no money in it.
Yeah. But
if you're willing to make a group and spend that money and invest and try and make them successful, I say go for it. It sucks as a fan because it means that the fan sort of ownership of the clubs is deteriorating. But if they've got the money for it, go for it. It's going to just flood more money into the league, provide more money for grassroots levels. It's going to provide bigger names to hopefully come down when the league eventually gets better. As in 2092 better. And it's going to allow the league to make actual profit somehow. The 2 of those, last 2 are a stretch.
a lot of those are very much stretches.
No, the first one wasn't. Grassroots levels isn't a stretch. Oh yeah, I forget.
It's Australia.
It's all
Australia.
corrupt. I forget football's corrupt.
So my personal take on it is that City doesn't work. We've seen it now. It's now just there to launder money, basically. Victory does have fans, so it can work from you don't financially get fucked over. And Auckland's working right now because Auckland has the biggest hype in the league.
Mm.
If we're going to start looking at every single team being owned in these massive groups, then what happens when we have teams promoted?
Well, are all those clubs going to be owned by groups? You can have investors come in or private investment who aren't groups. It's happened before.
It happened, but I think the more likely situation is right now, the way football ownership is going in the world, it'll be groups. So, interesting look on the future. But kind of just a little point on the side that we missed last week. Victory now have an investor from Premier League. So I dare say you'll see any Australian player that they've signed, with about 4 or 5, play for Victory next year.
You know what's funny as well before we move on? Do you see that Tottenham and AC Milan had a Legends game in this international break? And guess what? Tottenham lost again.
Oh, really?
What a surprise. Andre Pirlo actually scored a screamer. He scored a top-bins free kick.
It's almost like because even when he was 38, he was still scoring screamers.
They're getting that dangerous. They need legend games to provide some hope. And even Tottenham can't win that. They can't win any trophies.
What? They wouldn't win anything.
When are we saying Andy's getting sacked?
End of season.
So you reckon he gets through the season?
I reckon the reason why is because they can't get relegated.
Yeah, if they win a trophy, he stays.
No.
No, if he wins Europa League.
I don't think you will.
Oh, there's no competition really in that comp. Put your hand down.
We're undefeated in Europe, mate. We're the only team undefeated in Europe.
So are we.
No, you're not.
Yeah. We haven't played in Europe.
We actually haven't lost in Europe yet. We're not joking. We haven't done that.
Too much, you'll lose.
Oh, 100%.
Who do you play? Is it not Real Sociedad? You're playing.
We're playing Lyon.
Yeah. Oh, good luck.
No, that's pretty.
They're good.
Yeah, not that good.
They're good at the moment. Like I said, still playing around.
Yeah, we'll just buy their players.
He's just doing that for the cameras now.
Hey, it's good to hear China's back in the news for good reasons this time, not bad reasons.
Good social credit, that.
Yeah, exactly. The F1 went to China for the first time in about 8 years or so.
Yeah, I missed it.
It'd been a while. Okay race.
Yes,
It was okay. Nothing really major happened.
That issue for China is that it's basically once you get past that first turn, if you lead, you're gonna win.
Yeah. So and we saw that happen. Piastri got his first pole position of his career and then led the whole race. Didn't really ever look like losing.
No.
As soon as Norris got in the second, you could see it locked in. I don't think they're going to worry about who's placing where at this time of season because it's real early days. You get the wins, get the points. Good to see him bounce back after his
slip and slide into
his
last
slip and
week.
slide in Australia. But in funnier news, we've had 3 cars get disqualified. Hamilton, Leclerc, and Gasly all got disqualified for being underweight.
No, so 2 were overweight, and then Hamilton had a excessive part.
I thought it was all underweight.
No.
So
all 3 of them got disqualified. Hamilton won the sprint race quite well.
he did.
So he actually had good form, and then it's all gone. The Ferrari, the second week in a row, look absolutely stupid. Especially after their hot takes last week that you missed out on. Some absolute bangers last week. Jack Doohan. He's probably not going to be in the seat soon.
He could be the second person to lose their seat this season. I think number 1's going to be Liam Lawson.
Oh,
I think there's rumour that he's already going to lose his chair ahead of Japan in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's quick. Yuki Tsunoda is not that good.
Yeah, and then apparently Ricciardo's going to take Tsunoda's seat.
Oh my god.
He's coming back.
Stop.
There could be if Doohan could hold his seat for a couple more weeks, we could have 3 Australians in a seat. And that's the most out of any country.
No, my more point is that you've already sacked off Daniel twice now. Just let him go.
It's like a leech, he just keeps calling back.
Yeah.
Can't die.
Just let him go. Let him be. Let him do
be.
other things.
Let it be.
Let him do NASCAR. But yeah.
Yeah. Interesting race. Japan, I think not this weekend, the weekend after. Japan's normally a good race, so hopefully there's something good out of it.
It should be good, but it's always, once again, if it's raining, it'll be amazing. If it's not,
Could be a snooze fest.
I swear. Don't make me get out of this seat. Come on in. He won't get in the water. He don't want to get his hair wet. Pretty boy.
Hold that, son. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, Lord.
Now, I want to start NBA by posing a question, alright? Is LeBron James the most influential person of all time?
He has to be now. As much as I hate to say it, and I'm not a fan of LeBron, when you get your own genre of music,
It has been one of the greatest weeks to just have on my TikTok feed at least 5 times a day a new song about LeBron.
what is your favourite LeBron song?
Some Bron I used to know. It's just, there's just so much going on. It's so great, and the best part is, his son finally balled out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely balled out.
Yeah.
He scored points.
He did. He got 17 points and 5 assists. Ignore the fact that when he was on the court, the Lakers were minus 36. But that's not his fault. That's the Lakers' fault, not him.
They forget that Bronny can't play defense.
What do you mean? Try to do a chase down block and
Well, it's funny because they're already talking about waiving Alex Len after they brought him in a month ago.
God damn it.
LeBron literally has too much power at the Lakers. He
Well,
can just do whatever he wants.
You know that Bronny, they waive Bronny. They've got to pay out 7.5 million, whatever it is.
Isn't that much?
He's on 4 years, 2 million a year.
I gotta pay out all the 4 years. I forget.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But you know who got paid a lot recently?
Oh,
Lonzo Ball is in the advertisement seat. He's advertising buzzballs.
now if you don't know what buzz balls are, they're basically little alcoholic balls, like normally like 10% or something like that. They're ridiculous, and they all got different flavors. They started the advertising campaign. They brought out basketballs that were buzz balls and were filled with the actual drink. That's like at least,
And he goes, I'm really good at playing with balls.
and then he just chucks both the balls like that. It's great. What a week! What a time to be alive.
I feel like this is very much a LeVar sort of edged product to sell. Like LeVar's like, Lonzo, you're doing this one.
Yeah, he's like, LaMelo's balling. I lost my foot. I'm on pretty TikTok account. LiAngelo got that music contract. Lonzo, what do you have to do the family?
Where's LaMelo's? What's LaMelo going to be advertising next?
No.
Because Lonzo's done buzzballs. LiAngelo's just got his own career, so he's just done. What's LaMelo going to do?
LaMelo's good at basketball. That's the difference. LaMelo has.
yeah.
It's also in Charlotte. So what are you advertising in Charlotte?
Jordan. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. So Lonzo's got buzz balls. I would actually watch out for him next to do something else stupid. And LeVar's going on Primby's TikTok account for the next 10 years.
I can see him advertising like a explicit website. That's what he'll be doing next.
No, he's gonna go Hooters, say the Hooters campaign.
No, he'll do that. He'll do a collab with Kevin Love.
Oh god, a D-Book and Durant. Anyway, Cooper Flag hype. It's really got out of hand now. Duke are now, as a one seed already, are now through to the final. I think it's Sweet 16 right now.
Yeah, Sweet 16 at the moment.
And now, with him scoring, I think it was 17 today, he played with a shitty ankle, had an ankle sprain, still scored 14. Duke fans are going crazy.
As they always do.
Everyone's going crazy for Cooper Flag, and he won't even go to fucking
I saw a stat with Duke come out recently. If they made every person at college play 4 years like they do in like NFL, stuff like that, their lineup would include Cooper Flag, it would include Paolo Banchero, it would include Philadelphia, I've gone blank on his name again. Jared McCain. It would have someone else come out as a centre. But those three already, imagine those three playing together at Duke.
And Tyrese Proctor as well. Tyrese Proctor's going crazy. 25 in the last game against, I can't remember who it was against, Baylor.
Yes.
He should be in the Olympic squad next year.
Hey, and I think everyone, not that I'm saying I don't watch college basketball, but March Madness is the one time you can just not know anything about college basketball and just invest and just watch it unfold. Like, there's not many times you get to watch Mormons play some Alcoholics like we did this morning. We got to watch Wisconsin, the Alcoholics, play BYU, and BYU won.
Yeah, BYU's good at sport.
Yeah.
Because they only can focus on sport. They can't do anything else.
Oh, they can soak.
He's doing the bed part. No. But it's also, America's gone too out of hand, right? The fact that a team manager in Amir Orab Khan is getting NIL deals. McNeese went crazy, then they lost in the second round. So don't have to worry about him anymore. But he's being basically recruited to go to the coach's next team. I don't know where he's going. I think it was NC State.
Well, I heard his NIL deal total each year to $1 million.
Yep.
Just to be like a hype man.
Yep. He just walks around with a boombox.
I want this gig. I want to get $1 million a year to just hold a boombox. This is bullshit.
America's fucked.
Oh.
Now, Alex Condon. Now, if you don't remember Alex Condon, we had talked about him before in the podcast.
Have we?
He is who Collingwood have used
Yes.
draft rights on if he ever comes to play AFL. Now, he is in with Florida in the Sweet 16, playing a crucial part. He's not getting enough points, so I dare say he's not going to get drafted. But it's dare say he's going to try and go NBA over AFL now.
There's more money in it. You'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, but I want him to play for Collingwood.
Yeah, he'll go to Collingwood. I'll go have $150,000 a year salary instead of a $2.4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's tall and can run.
Shut up. Enough said. Hey, we're going to shine some light on something that's good that's actually happened in the NBA this week. Not normally as much good in the NBA, but this was nice and wholesome here.
There's always good in the NBA. Funny good.
No, but this is wholesome good. So the Minnesota Timberwolves, we all know Joe Ingles is playing with the Timberwolves. He's got a son who is autistic and he hasn't been able to go to many games because it's all obviously sensitive, like ears. I think it's the noise, stuff like that, lights. But the one game he has, it's the first game. I think they've also been living in Florida or somewhere. I think it's been Florida they live in. But it's the first game he's going to go see his dad play in person, and the Timberwolves let Joe Ingles start. It's really wholesome to see an organisation actually do something good and let someone who's done so much for the NBA, mostly for Australia, but he's been a crucial piece in some decent teams.
He has. He did only play 6 minutes and he chucked up 2 threes that missed. But it's a good thing to have him actually get to play in front of his son, even if he can't get a goal.
It's a memory that at least he'll remember. Joe Ingles is also 37, by the way.
Yeah, he shouldn't be.
We'll give him a break.
He shouldn't be on a list right now. But
he's just collecting his bag.
He's the list. He's actually a list collector.
It's like him and Paddy Mills. They're just there to get their bag.
It's so funny. Now the Cavs. What the fuck happened? They went on another massive winning streak, then they lost 4 in a row. And it's not like to the major teams. It was like the Clippers, Phoenix, the teams that are mid to shit. And then the only way to get out of their funk was to beat the Jazz. I'm concerned for them. Fraud watch them here. Cavs on fraud watch.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, NBL.
We had the final.
Mum didn't win.
Illawarra are good. They broke their 24-year drought, Illawarra. I forgot Illawarra were actually in the league this season until they started dominating. I forgot that they also had LaMelo Ball play for them for a bit.
Yes, yep.
But look, they looked really good all season. They're the best team all season. Dominated. To get to a game 5 was pretty good for Melbourne.
Yeah.
But it was over by halfway in the 4th. Illawarra were too good, too dominant defensively. Were able to just rebound. Really good. Finals MVP was Matthew Dellavedova though.
Yeah, it seemed like name brand recognition.
Oh, he had a good series. Don't get me wrong. He was pretty crucial for Melbourne to get to a game 5. But he won Finals MVP, but then decided to give it up because they lost. He gave it to Will Hickey, who did play for Melbourne United last year. He's gone over to Illawarra. Interesting that you're allowed to give away your Finals MVP. Or
I don't think it's legitimate. I think it was just, I don't want this because we lost. And then he's just handed it over. Like it's like he can. In the books, it'll be Dellavedova.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Buckley should have done and given to Voss when he got the Norm Smith.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Give Nathan 10.
No. No.
Like real close, and then they go.
No, it has to be the same distance. It has to be a bit there.
Oh, well, it's about 20 metres, max.
Okay, so 20 minutes. Bang. I'm literally going to put cement in my water bottle and go.
We get to our final and favourite segment of the show, Melons of the Week, and some doozies this week, but also just some terrible performances we've seen.
Oh, there's some This is a lot more tame than last
It's a lot more performance based rather than actual crimes committed.
If we get the
minus
last
one
two.
person. Two crimes were committed, but the rest were all just performance based. We'll start off with number 5, Jofra Archer. Obviously, we know how dominant he used to be. Look at the 2019 Ashes where he tried to have Steve Smith turn to Phil Hughes, what we don't like.
Yeah.
But he's playing in the IPL again for the... let me get the name correct. The Rajasthan Royals.
What a name.
Rajasthan Royals. They're playing the Sunrise Hyderabad. So they decided to bowl first. They won the toss and bowled. Bad decision in the end.
Yeah.
So they got hit for, I think it was 286.
Yeah.
A couple big scores there. Trav Head was having a big score here. But Jofra Archer bowled 4 overs, none for 76.
Good bowling, that. Good economy.
What?
19 and over. Good economy.
19, yes, correct. How? Jofra, you're supposed to be England's star bowler. No.
No, he's
Retire.
He's
please.
washed. He's so washed.
Please retire.
Have you not seen how washed he's been for the last 5 years?
It hurts my brain. Jofra, you're a melon.
Number 4, going into the Nations League, it was Italy and Spain, wasn't it?
I believe it wasn't Spain. Was it? It was someone.
Anyway,
We'll find out who it is.
Anyway, Jungle Energy Donnarumma. Now, what's the main thing you have to do in any sport?
Make sure they don't concede or score.
Well, what's another thing
Defense.
to do?
Oh, be aware. Awareness.
Awareness and play the whistle.
Yes, that as well.
Now, Donnarumma was complaining to the refs that this corner was unfair. Now, what do
They
you
played
think?
Germany.
They played Germany. Sorry, Germany. Now, what do you do when there's a corner and you have to protest something?
You do it before the whistle. Once the whistles go, you get in the position.
Yeah, I would normally leave it till once you have the ball in your hands, because Donnarumma found it the wrong way. Donnarumma was standing in the middle of the box as a ball flies in from Germany, which goes straight into the back of the net.
Oh, no, you crossed it in. I think someone tapped it in.
Yeah. Still, Donnarumma is completely away from this all.
For someone who's supposed to be a star keeper, he won the Euros.
He's probably a top 5 goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
And just to not even think, oh, maybe I should wait until after.
It's Italians. They love to argue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Donnarumma, you're a melon.
We're going to go locally here in Australia. We had in Melbourne this week, we had the RDCA Cricket Finals, and in the Bill Wilkins Cup, what's our second division, to win promotion into the top grade to play the likes of Ainsley Park. It was St Andrews versus Wonga Park. St Andrews batted first. They made a score of 184. Wonga Park going to bat. Opener Toby Ford, going okay. They were 2 for about 20. Decides needs to try and stay and just block out cover balls. It was going well. He's 10 off 47 at this point. We're going to put this on the screen because this is unbelievable.
It's a great lead.
Toby Ford is getting a ball bowled to a guy named Lockie Muir. I know a lot about this guy. There's other reasons behind this. I think my mates will know about this. But bowls a ball, sort of bowls in swingers. So he's like, looks like it's going to be outside off. I'm going to leave this. He leaves it onto middle, off, and leg. Cut was all 3 in a grand final to take your team promotion. Get this as well. They've lost 5 of their last 7 grand finals.
That's good.
In the last 7 years, they've been in 5 grand finals and lost all of them. Toby, especially in a game that you know how important this is to promote and you get more money to come up. And St Andrews had also lost the last 2 grand finals before that as well. So it was like someone was going to break their drought. But it's one of the worst leaves I've ever seen. It was worse than Glenn Maxwell's.
Yeah, no, it's a real bad
It was
lead.
an absolute howler. So, Toby Ford, you're a melon. We're going to go back to a bit of National League sport here, NRL. Number 2. Mascots have been on this melons before.
We actually didn't talk about beforehand. What do you think of the Tasmanian mascot?
I don't mind it.
Ramen, it's a bit of a fever dream looking mascot.
I'm behind Ramen. I don't mind it.
The fact that it eats things and shits it out.
I like it. I wanted to eat one of the players and just shit it out and just see what happens.
Mangled.
Number 2, South Sydney Rabbitohs mascot Reggie Rabbit. Rabbit.
Rabbit.
The Rabbitohs.
Is that animal?
He's an animal.
Not a Robert.
Robert. No, Reggie Rabbit. They played the Cronulla Sharks, I believe, in an NRL match. It was at not Cronulla. Was it wherever South were playing? It was one of the home decks. It wasn't.
I don't know where it is.
Major stadium. But he goes up. You know how they always like to high five people. One of the Cronulla Sharks kids, not a 9-year-old, want to get a high five from Reggie Rabbit. Instead of high fiving the kid, he decides to shove the kid in the face.
Good. Teach him young.
No, it's something that the NRL have. They love just domestics, but what is this happening? The security guard had to step in and put the mascot away.
That's bad.
But you cannot push a 9-year-old,
No.
especially in the face. After all he wants was a high five. Doesn't matter if he's in the opposition.
Just give him an extra hard high five if you really want to.
Or just do your due diligence and just high five him and move on. You don't have to interact with him. Don't push him in the face. He's a 9-year-old. He doesn't know better. It's not like he swore at you or abused you.
Oh, we don't know that.
Reggie Rabbit, you're a melon.
We're not the worst in this week, and this is a doozy once again. Former Collingwood player Shannon Cox.
Wow.
Rat Pack era. So
What a surprise.
Yeah, I know. Great week for us. Now only played 25 games for Collingwood. So
That's the reason I didn't hear his name.
Yeah.
Know his name much.
Yep. Now he over the weekend pleaded guilty to manslaughter after he was involved in a fatal car crash that killed 2 friends in WA.
Huh?
So, to explain what happened, Cox is driving his Toyota Prado, and on the other side of the road, there is a Volvo road train. Now, WA and stuff, there's loads of road trains, they do lots of towing, and in one of the parts of the road train, there was a being towed Suzuki car. Has 2 senior citizens in it. Shannon Cox has crashed straight into him, and both of them died on the scene.
Shannon.
What the fuck?
What the?
So yeah, he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of manslaughter. And that adds to the list of.
Was he intoxicated or something?
They didn't confirm it, but
Probably was.
You'd have to think so.
That is. No surprises from a Collingwood player here.
Okay.
I'm going to call that out.
It's the I would say it's the period of Collingwood players, the Rat Pack period of Collingwood players.
Moldhouse. It's a guarantee. He's probably going to get at least 10 years minimum.
Depends on manslaughter. Manslaughter gets a lot lighter.
Oh, that's true. Who cares? He still killed 2 people.
Yeah.
It's not odd.
I know, but it's manslaughter. In the eyes of law, somehow it's less. Anyway, Shannon. Rotten hell. Anyway.
You don't deserve to get caught a melon of the week. You just deserve to, right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's it for this week.
That's a good week. Good episode.
Yeah.
Back to 3 next week. Jimmy will make his unawaited return.
If he's alive,
If he survives. If he doesn't just die from cough.
Big cough.
Big cough chewer.
Anyway.
It's probably good he wasn't here this week because Essendon and Rubber would have been terrible.
Oh, they may have made melons if he was here this week.
Yeah. We didn't put him in there just because.
We were being nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for this week. As always, I'm John Perry.
I'm Ethan Stone.
Stay nothing.